Kia ora everyone, Andrew from Tourism Tech Solutions. Now today I am going to make an introduction to AI chatbots for tourism operators. Now if you've been looking around online and all kinds of websites these days, these chatbot tools are appearing everywhere, including on a lot of tourism websites. So, I was really interested to find out which New Zealand tourism operators are using chatbots, what the options are, how they perform. So, I've done a bit of a deep dive, written a blog on my website, and just wanted to run an experiment and just do a bit of a walkthrough and just show people what these chatbots look like, from the customer's point of view, and just how they help people on your websites. So what I'm going to do is just walk through a couple of scenarios, booking scenarios. I found a couple of operators, similar type of operators, one that's using a chatbot and one that is not, and just walk through some sample, scenarios to gather information and just see how these chatbot tools help with this process. Now, I was really careful to make sure that I didn't send any real questions through that would interrupt anybody during their busy workday. So just kind of engaging with the chatbots. But it was a really interesting exercise. So I wanted to share that with everybody. So first of all, the first scenario is, let's imagine that we're a family and we're in Christchurch and we want to do something for the day. So the two attractions that I'm looking at are the Antarctic Centre and Quake City, a really unique Christchurch experience. So now, in Antarctic Centre, using a chatbot down here, and Quake City are not using a chatbot yet on their site. So what I've done, I've just gone through a scenario and I'm just asking a few questions. So let's just pretend that we want to know, when is the Antarctic Centre open? Perfect. Tells me exactly what I want to know straight away. 9 to 4, public holidays, only closed on Christmas Day. Now let's say we're a family with 2 adults, 3 children. What's the best way to visit? Now they've told us about their family pack, given us another option, and also got a link here where I can see full pricing, which is great. Now, something in Christchurch, let's say people are staying, they'll ask a question like, where are you? How do I get there? And really, again, information about where they are and directions, and this opens right up into Google Maps, so give me directions right there. Another important question someone may have, parking. A lot of people travelling in renter cars. And they've told me there, you can park on site, large and safe. So it's great. And we're going to be hungry when we're there. Is there a cafe on site? Now, this was an interesting one because I know the Antarctic Centre has a cafe and they even have it here on their website. But the response here from the chatbot was that they didn't have that answer. And this just shows that these chatbot tools, they're only as good as the information that you put into them, and that's called training. So these tools, they need to be pre-programmed or fed the answers, fed the data, and if that's not there, and I'm sure this would be a really easy fix for the Antarctic Centre, but you do need to keep on top of it, make sure the information is updated and correct. That they don't just magically know everything. And the big question, how do I buy tickets? Because really what we're trying to do when we have visitors on our website is to get them to answer their questions and help them along in their journey and sell them a ticket, get them to come along. And now a link here in the chat bot, I've said we can also call, but we click that link and it goes into the ticket pages here. It's a general admission book there, so a couple of clicks. So pretty seamless, but I will show you a bit later in the video a way that these chatbots, the booking systems, some booking systems can actually integrate directly into the bot, which is interesting, I think. So that's the there's a walkthrough there on the Antarctic Centre website. So let's say this is our same family and we're just thinking about the options, and we've heard about the the stories of the Canterbury Quakes, and Quake City is an attraction built up around those. So first thing on the website, really good, really high visible place here, open every day, and the location. So that's great. But now I'm trying to find out how I go, the best way to go with a family. So I've got 2 adults and 3 children. Ticket page, I mean, they do have the prices there, but nothing about a ticket. A family pack, maybe in here. This is more talking about what families would enjoy, like that. So I can't quite find that, so not quite as seamless as with the bot telling me the family pack details. It has told me where the location is. Now this website has a great page. This is a really good example, a really good page about the location. Really graphic map there to help people to get there on the tram, bus, car, some parking information, or even walking. So it's all there, it's great, but it's a little bit more of a process to get there. And the other thing was buying a ticket. Now, ticketing, I don't think it says here that tickets are available from the venue. So if it was me, I'd probably buy tickets button up here. So you can't actually go through to buy the tickets here, whereas on the Antarctic Centre, using the chatbot or the website, you can. So that's one example. So the family pack, the family experience in Christchurch, and you can just see how that information came really quickly and helped me through my process, and I could even book the tickets if I wanted to. Now, and these tools, they're a complement to information on your website or your own team. They won't replace everything, but they are around now, and you do see them in a lot of places. And so the point, really what I wanted to do in this video is introduce people to them and show how they look on tourism websites, and perhaps for you to think about how they could help your business. So next one. So we'll talk about, let's say we are going through Kaikoura and we want to experience one of these famous marine tourism activities. So I'm going to pretend that I'm looking at a Whalewatch Kaikoura or a Dolphin encounter, but I'm just pretending I'm looking for the Dolphin, just to watch the dolphins, not the swimming one, just to make a like-for-like comparison. So Dolphin encounter don't have a chatbot. Whalewatch Kaikoura do. So let's just see. So we'll just feed it some questions. What time are your tours on Friday? Oh, look, just before I go in here, you can just see on this website, it's really good. You see up the top here, look, today, and you've got, just shut that for a minute. You've got really good information showing the trips, the departures today, and the weather. So really, that's great. And again, it can help people with that information about making their booking. But we're going to ask it about Friday, I think. What are your tour times on Friday, the 21st of March? Now, they've told me the times of 10 and 12:45, and they've said they have additional morning and afternoons, and I can check availability. So I click that and it opens up the booking page. Now, I did notice that the information that it responded here in the chatbot, 10 and 12:45, didn't quite match what was on the website. So that they're not, it's not a magic pill for everything, and you do need to make sure that they're the information inside them is accurate, and that what they're showing is correct, is going to be the right information. So the point there is that, you know, they don't get everything right all the time. So if I'm on one of these experiences, surely I want to know how long am I on the boat for. So it told me the whole length of the trip and how long I am on the boat, which is really what I would want to know. And, you know, another question, what do I need to bring? So I've kind of answered half of this question. So again, these chatbots, you train them, and you some of them have templates where they ask you pre-answered questions, or you feed information in, and a lot of the, you know, how they work is, you know, how well they work will depend on, you know, how well the term is prompts. So that, you know, the skill of using AI, a lot of it comes down to prompts. You know, can you feed in the right information as a user, or can you train it with the right, making sure you're training it with the accurate information as a, you know, as an operator. So that's interesting. They've told me I can bring a camera, but they haven't really said. So I'm just going to ask it again. What do I need to bring? Does it just answer that? Okay. And so a lot of these bots have this kind of function here too. When it can't answer a question, it will respond with some what they think hopefully are likely may help you answer the question, or say get staff help. So you can always just, you know, phone a friend and get help. And it's, you know, I'm sure if I jumped around on the website, I could find what I needed to bring. Next one, where does the tour depart from? Is there parking? Ample free parking, it's great to know, and their address. And that's the address, and bang, I can open that in Google Maps. So that's really helpful, really seamless. And if I'm on my phone, if I'm driving up there, that's what I'm going to do. Straight into Google Maps, and they'll direct me right to the door. So really, really helpful. And how much can I book? And book online, same page as before, showing the availability. And if I go through to book, pretend I want that one, and that will show me the prices and availability, and I continue through the book. So you see there, quite seamless from the chatbot tool through to booking, which is what we want. Okay, now Dolphin Encounter. They don't have a chatbot tool on their website yet. I have some great information about weather, and, you know, very clear call to action there about booking. But what time would they go on Friday? So if I'm trying to find out that, it does say down here that they operate 5:30, 8:30, 12:30. Is that every day? Again, so I probably have to go through and do that, and I find out that the tours on, well, this is not Friday, but the tours on this day are those times. So a few more steps involved. Now, the other questions, they really are on this page here. So if I want to know how long we're on the boat for, what to bring, oh, there's the what to bring, swimmers, that's good to know. How long does the tour last? There it is, and 4 hours, tour duration can vary, right? So how long will it be on the boat? There. So it's there, just takes a bit more finding. What do I need to bring? We saw that one just up here. What to wear, this is for the swimmers, what to bring, and I think it said nicely there about swimmers and watches, so it does tell me what I need to bring. And where does it depart from? Now I actually find this a little bit tricky to find here. Now they do have actually, I mean, it's funny because sometimes you know where things are on your own website, but will customers find it? That's the question. So they got a really good section on the website here but it's on the home page, about how to find them there. So there it says that all the tours lead from 96 to the Esplanade, and there's a cafe there. So I'm sure I could find it from that. But again, you just compare that to having the chatbot feed you that answer, straight on into the chatbot window. A little bit easier. And how much is the tour? How do I book? And again, this would be on this page here. They have the pricing, really clearly explained there. And to book is back onto the booking pages, just through to book, choosing the tour. This is the swim tour, but that's how I book the watching tour. The dolphin watching tour also. So the information is there. It's just a few more clicks, a little bit harder to find. And one of the golden rules about working online, whether for giving people information or selling tickets, selling experiences, is make it easy. The less clicks, the better. Feed the information to people and give them, straight into what the window they're in, and when they're ready to book, make it easy for them. And I think that these AI chatbot tools can help with that, for sure. Okay, now the next one was really interesting. This one. So let's imagine that we are a family in Queenstown, so it's a slightly larger family group, and we want to go and do the famous Jetboats. So we're looking at Shotover Jet, who use the chatbot tool, and Kawarau Jet, who don't yet have a chatbot tool. So I'll Shotover Jet using Yonder. Now, let's say I've got a family of 8 people. What is the best way to ride? I really like the answers that I got here in the chatbot. So it's telling us that the size of the capacity of the group of the boat, and that our family can ride together. Now they haven't talked about a package or anything. I could ask them that. Family packs. And they say yes, 2. Also relevant for us. With this group, I want to know if there's a minimum age for my children. Straight away answered the question there and said we can all go. Now I asked it if there's a maximum age. Let's say I'm travelling with my parents who are older. Okay, and it hasn't answered that one, but invited me to get in touch. And it was interesting because I ran this question a bit earlier and it did answer it. So it's important to know that these tools, they will respond in different ways sometimes. And so it's you've got to understand how what they will answer and how they will answer. And sometimes it's not exactly the same every time. What do we need to bring? Okay, recommending these things. Nice. Heated handrails, very nice. Camera, can I take a camera? And they've said not permitted, but we can take head straps. Cameras on head straps. So all that's relevant information that I would need if I was looking to book. And where does it go from? And it trips from that. And I'm just curious if I say, do you offer transport? Because I know they do. There you go. Nice. And you could also get directions in there. I've tested that before. No, please give me directions. From town. Okay. No, just the directions there. Put that in Google Maps. So I'm sure you could tweak that and make it come up with a link. Now, this one here is really interesting. So how do I book? Okay. So we can view live availability on the book now button, or we go right here and we show me, let's say I wanted to book this day, tomorrow, and it's showing me the trips that are available right here in the window, which I think is great. So let's say I wanted to book first thing tomorrow, and then it takes me on to the booking pages. So this, I thought this was really good. You know, you can see how it's worked through the questions. It's really responded to the questions, and then shown it live availability. And when they've picked a time, taken them right into book. And that's that's really helping you. And you know, imagine this can be happening on your website 24 hours a day while you're asleep, while your staff are asleep. Just helping customers right through, and you know, answering their questions and then putting the booking pages in front of them. And that's really the reason that, you know, that's the powerful thing about these tools. So that's Shotover Jet and Queenstown, and quite a jet in Queenstown. So now they had a really good website. You've got a really clear call to action up there, so easy to book when I want to, but it was much harder to find the information I wanted. So if I'm looking for times, I would have to go into the day, and let's say it was Friday. It does show me the times there, but a few more clicks and I'm actually off the website now, and I'm sure it's in there somewhere else, but the questions about minimum ages, things like that, I all found them on this page here, on the frequently asked questions, and you know, they're all there, but you see you have to go through and just looking at the questions I asked in the bot. Age of children, there we go, it is there. Maximum age, don't think they have that, but what do I need to bring? Medical conditions. Will I get wet? Can I take my camera? That question, what should I wear? So it is there. Just a bit more information. You know, it's more of a task to find it, and you know, there might not be every question there. And you know, with the AI bot, as long as the information has been programmed in, you can respond. And booking was quite easy. You know, just book here. And they do have we talk about a family pack, they do have that. So there is a page there for family pack, and if I want to book the family pack, you know, then I go back here and can book the family pack through the booking pages. But again, we're just talking about making it easy. So which is easier? I mean, think about this from the perspective of your business and the people that you may be competing with. Which is going to make it easier for customers? More information right there in the bot, or a bit more of a drawn out process. Now, there's a couple of other examples I wanted to show. A little bit, all of these websites that I've shown you so far, using the Yonder chatbot tool, which is developed in New Zealand specifically for the New Zealand tourism industry, which is good, and you know, specific for tourism. But I found that now Underworld Adventures over on the West Coast near Charleston, great experience. Go see them, go do the trip, one of the best trips in New Zealand. Now they use a tool, and I was talking with Aidan over there. Now they use a tool that's not a tourism specific chatbot tool. It's called OnWeb Chat, and I just was testing a bit earlier, asking what time the tours depart. Come straight back with the times. Do I need experience? Very quick with the answers. Do I need to bring? What do I need to bring? Is there swimming? Things like that. So, I think the trade-off with a tool like this is that was a lot cheaper than Yonder, but the trade-off would be that you have a bit more time needed to set it up and to train it, and probably not quite as user friendly in terms of using it. But Aidan's kind of got a background in technology, and he said to me that he wanted to try this out, and he said it gets about 95% of the queries right, which is it's good, I guess, and it will be interesting to hear what people say about Yonder. And no tool will get everything 100% right. So that's one thing to understand. But just this is an interesting experience here, because I asked it how long are we in the cave for, and it told me an hour and 20, and then up pops a real person, and so this is an example that the tool, it doesn't replace your own team, and there might be times that you can jump in and help. And Aidan and I how I'd met Aidan before. He used to work a lot with his father Jeff, so I said g'day, and he was explaining to me why he used this tool, and that like I said, 95% gets it right, and so that's another example. And there are a few different tools out there, so it is good to understand the options and take a look at them and see which one would be best for your business. And one more tool I'll show you is this one here. So Moatrek. Now Moatrek operate small group tours, and they operate multi-day tours. Their tours are up to 3 weeks, and the process that people go through to book these tours is a lot more involved. A lot of questions, a lot of back and forward with guests before they're ready to make a booking. So the tool that Moatrek used was this one here called Chat, and there are some other tourism operators use this. Haka Tours use this one. Trips and Tramps use this one, and I think the reason that I know Moatrek really well, and I was actually working with them when they put this tool in, and and in those days it was only I think 5-6 years ago. The AI bots were probably just starting to come on the market, but not so available. But they wanted the ability to respond, and they said at the time it was a real game changer, being able to respond quick, immediately to queries, questions, and get into an exchange with customers, as opposed to sending emails back and forward. But they wanted to be able to respond to, with a real person responding. So that's the difference. And Christine is one of the Moatrek team. Hi, Christine. I won't ask her questions because I'm sure she's busy fielding lots of inquiries for Moatrek, who are having a gangbuster season. And how it works is that your team logs in, and when someone puts a chat in, it pops up and someone takes it, and you can respond in real time. You could save templates and things like that, so you could make it a little bit more templated, but it's not an automated tool. It's not an AI. So it's just important to understand the different options, and this may be an option for some companies, whereas the AI, the full AI one, could be an option for others. So that's a summary of AI chatbots. And looking at how some New Zealand tour operators are using it. I hope you found that useful. These tools, they're here. They're not going away, and I think more and more people, what in the travel industry, in the tourism industry, we've got the advantage where the airlines and the big hotels and booking sites like Booking.com, they bring these technologies in, and customers get used to using them. The same thing happened with on-site booking engines. When they came in, first of all it was Air New Zealand and all the hotels, and then the technology developed, and there were options for smaller tourism operators, or all tourism operators, and now everybody has online bookings. And I think it's the same with these AI chatbot tools, or AI tools in general. And I had a look around, just a short little sample, and from my reckoning, under half of the sites, the tourism websites that I saw, are using these tools. And so, like I said, they're a tool for you to use to complement your website, your staff. Once you've done all the work to get a customer on your website, and the reputation, the work you put into the reputation of your business and the reviews you're getting. It's all about helping you win that business. Answer questions for your customers, respond to queries when you can't, or and help close that business. The whole goal of these tools is to help you, make more sales on your own website. So I hope everybody found that useful. If you'd like to read a bit more, there's a website. There's a blog on my website, which is up here, where I've walked through the whole, this exercise and explained the different AI chatbots that are out there, just introduced them and given some examples, the pros and cons, and thrown in a few stats I found online about how they're helping people. And anything else I do about my work is here on tourismtech.solutions. If you need any help working out which AI tool is best for your business, please get in touch. And thanks everyone for listening, and any comments or questions, just please get in touch either below in the comments or get in touch through my website. Thank you.